אתה לא שחור עם Airscort?
Besali, I don't think we can hear you.
Hello, am I audible now? Okay. Sorry everyone for the glitch. So I'll just welcome everyone again. So Shalom and Brukim Habaim, everyone. We warmly welcome you to FlytLaunch episode 7, a show where we debut brand new products focused on autonomous drone operations. I'm Beshali, the show's host, and I'd like to start with a couple of housekeeping rules while you Google Kunafe and order them while you're watching this show. I'm confident that it'll delight and sweeten your hearts and mouths. Why Kunafe? If you haven't figured that out already, you will soon. So back to the housekeeping rules. Feel free to ask questions anytime during the presentation by typing them in the Pages Q&A section. We will answer them at the end of the presentation. FlytLaunch is being recorded and we will publish it online soon, just in case your friends and colleagues are unable to attend it today. By the way, we are also streaming FlytLaunch live on LinkedIn and YouTube. Let me quickly share the screen. All right, so let me begin the show with a not so brief introduction of our guest speaker today. After serving in the IDF Tank Corps as a combat soldier, our guest pursued his interest in technology and drones and earned a BSc in mechanical engineering degree. He has an extensive experience in complete product development, electronics, and business management since completing his studies. In 2016, he co-founded Airscort, a drone hardware startup specializing in autonomous technologies. Allow that to sink in for a moment. He began developing autonomous drone solutions back in 2016. He is, in the truest sense, a visionary. As an early developer in the industry, he has progressed to become a recognized expert on drone technologies, and he has been invited to speak on the subject at various drone conferences around the world. Today, Airscort has a plethora of unique and patented docking, charging, smart swapping, and launching technologies as it aims to bridge the gap to enable and complete mission autonomy for a variety of drones and applications. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Itai Strauss. Hello Itai, Ma shlomka?
Thank you, Basalel. Everything is good. Very excited for the launch event and happy to share what we've been working on with everyone here.
So before we proceed further, Itai, let's quickly look back at your journey from working with customers to conducting extensive R&D on autonomous systems and bringing you the product that we are about to unveil today.
Excellent. Thank you, Bitsali. And I'll just maybe speak a little bit over this video to give some context. But here you can see some of our very initial developments in the early years of developing our technologies. The concept has always been to develop docking stations to allow for complete autonomy for various applications and various drones. And in 2018, we developed our first professionally manufactured product, which led us actually into the military industries, which you can see here with some of the other solutions we've developed. And most recently, we've been working on our latest solutions together with FlightBase, and we're very excited to share them with you today.
All right, I think we'll proceed to what we have. Thank you again for sharing your journey with us. It has been one roller coaster ride for sure. So let's have a look at what we have in store today. Well, I am stunned. How about you? Let us know what you think of the product in the chat window. We'd love to hear what you have to say. Also, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them again in the chat window. As as Itai's journey demonstrated, Airscort's drone docking stations have come a long way since their origin and first design. With his demonstrated history of working with the military and defense organizations, the Mini was born to be military grade, tested like a tank. Would you like to tell us how you came up with the product design, Itai?
Yes, that video, that was very exciting. Definitely got me pumped up for this conversation that we're having. The design is something that we put in a lot of thought into. Again, as you mentioned, we've been working in similar technologies over the years and have a lot of experience from deploying such products out in the field in various conditions. So it's really important for us to build a product that would withstand all the critical or various climate conditions and enable the complete autonomy out in the field without the need for any interaction. So that's why we built the product out of the finest grade aluminum body. The product is completely insulated and really keeps the drone in the ideal conditions between flights.
That does appear to be a smart, lean, mean machine, Itai. What about the downtime? How long will the system be down given the complications and urgency of today's operations?
Yes, so again, that's something that we also integrated as part of the design features of the system and realized that a drone that can be in the air for 20 minutes, half an hour, if the downtime is much longer than that with recharging, then you're missing a lot of opportunity. So we've developed our system with a very advanced and smart battery swapping mechanism, which can support 4 spare batteries inside the product and a swapping time of around 3 minutes to enable that continuous operation and minimal downtime between applications and missions.
A battery replacement system it is. Itai, also, could you please tell everyone what is included in FlytMini's design?
Yes, so FlytMini's design has a lot of interesting features. It's, first of all, most importantly, it's completely designed to withstand the climate conditions, weather resistant. It's operational between -10 centigrade to 45 degrees centigrade. The electronics are IP66 tested. Now, of course, the drone, and we'll talk about different drones that can work with this system in just a few minutes. But if the drone can work in rainy conditions as well, then the system can too. So again, there are a lot of other features which, again, we'll dive into. But in terms of the climate control that you can see here as well, we have an integrated HVAC system with thermostat control to maintain indoor temperatures of between 20 centigrade to 35 centigrade. We have an array of sensors that are always monitoring all the various aspects of the station and the battery, the charge in the battery, the temperature and the humidity. And we're constantly sending that information through the FlightNow dashboard to the end user to receive that updated information. A lot of other aspects were also taken into consideration in the build. Also how the retrieval process of the drone works and the precision landing. What you can see here, we've definitely added a bunch of features to greatly improve the reliability of the precision landing. The different features including are the elevated landing pad that we have when the drone is ready for takeoff or for landing. And that's to ensure an additional reliability when the drone is landing as well. The landing pad also has some additional interesting features, including folding flaps, landing flaps, that once the landing pad has elevated to its maximum height, the flaps will unfold automatically, and we'll see that in a few minutes in a video that we'll provide. And that's also to ensure a gradable, allowable deviation when the drone is coming in for precision landing. And also during nighttime missions and when the drone needs to return to the station, included inbuilt projection illuminated landing pad as well to enable night operations in the package itself without the need for external lighting or any other systems to be implemented with the system, with the station. And here you can see what I was talking about. Here's a quick video of the precision landing when the drone comes back and lands on the pad. And then how the pad then retracts into the station. The folding side panels on the landing pad automatically in as the placed back inside the station. And that again helps to correct the drone positioning before the battery swap. Again, some additional features we can discuss are the ability for portability. The docking station itself is built to be compact in size. It weighs around 83 kilograms and can be either stationed on-site 24/7 in the same location, but it can also be placed easily on the bed of a pickup truck or some other vehicle. It can receive all the power consumption from the vehicle itself. So you can make it a mobile system if that's your request. We also have integrated handles on either side of the system to allow for additional ease for mobility. So again, two people can lift up this product quite easily and carry it around. And this is also very beneficial for deploying the product, initial deployment, but also for, again, those applications where you want to take this station and allow it to be more mobile. So in terms of, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just coming to this slide. So I think this is one of the most often asked questions throughout all our launches. So which drones are compatible with the Airscort FlytMini?
Yes, excellent question. So currently you can see the drones that are operational with the product are the DJI Mavic 2 series. So all the different versions of the product that you can see here on your screen. But it's also very important to mention that we've built the product with the very crucial task in mind of being able to integrate third-party drones to enable the product to work for drones manufactured by different integrators or different manufacturers for different industries and different applications. So we are in the process of integrating several other drones as well, but we would also really love to reach out to additional drone manufacturers who would look to integrate their product with ours, and we would be happy to start the conversation to integrate those drones as well. And the way we are able to actually allow for the quick and easy integration of third-party drones is because in our design, we limited the amount of mechanical interaction necessary between the drone and the product itself to work with the solution and to work with the drone and to enable the battery swap. So there is a short integration process necessary to onboard third-party drones. But that's something that we can do hand in hand with the drone manufacturers and a process that can be done very quickly. So looking at this product in the long term, this is a product that will continue to advance and integrate and incorporate the most relevant drones available on the market moving forward.
Thanks, Itai, for the explanation. A modular system is definitely interesting, and most of our DSPs who have a fleet of various kind of drone models would definitely be interested in this product. So moving on, are there any add-ons that you would like to highlight?
Sure. So we have some add-ons as per customer request. One of them is the weather station add-on. In addition to the interior integrated interior sensors monitoring the internal conditions of the station, we can also add on this weather station to also monitor the external conditions of the environment where the drone is operating. And this can, in addition to measuring the external temperatures, this will also measure wind speeds and direction, as well as rain. So if the conditions are not optimal for flight, we will be able to monitor that and be able to send a message to the end user advising on whether or not it would be in optimal conditions for flight.
All right. So Itai, thanks again for the detailed explanation. Could you maybe turn on the camera and show everyone, or turn the camera to show everyone the box and the complete system? Yeah.
Sure.
I'll stop sharing the screen. Yeah. Itai, I think we are losing internet connection. Can you hear us?
Here you can see two different. You can see on the back of the product we have the back lid where you can plug in all the various cables.
Sorry, I think we've lost Itai. Let me just quickly check with him. I'm trying to connect with Itai. Meanwhile, if you have any questions with regards to the product, please feel free to drop them in the Q&A section and we will answer them at the end. Yes, I think he's dropped off. So let me quickly check with him once again. Yes, Itai is back. Can you hear us?
I can hear you. Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you well. All right.
Okay. Sorry about that. I'm not sure why we lost the signal. Maybe as I went to go show you the station from a closer angle. Should we try that again and hopefully this time we'll stay connected?
Yes. Yes. The network is still. We can hear you, Itai. However, the network is still choppy. So why don't we move on to the next bit of the presentation, and once that is done, maybe Itai, we can bring the station closer to your current setup and try once again. So I'll just move on. I'm not sure if you can hear me. So let me share the screen once again. All right. So I would now like to invite Achal. Achal is the Director of Business Development at FlightBase. And now that we've covered the hardware, my colleague Achal will talk about the software that helps automate the drones and the docking stations. As a member of the FlightBase leadership team, Achal has worked with customers all across the world to provide autonomous drone-based solutions for a variety of applications. So over to you, Achal.
Thank you, Vaishali. Hope you guys can hear me. Thanks for joining us today. Great to see you all. So let's move to the next slide and take a deep dive into the FlightLaunch software. So as you may know already, or if you're joining for the first time and hearing about our product, FlightNow Auto is the go-to command center for autonomous drone operations, where you can set up the entire command center to monitor areas either for security, surveillance, inspection, or any use case that you're doing. And it lets you monitor your fleet of docking stations and drones remotely over 4G, 5G, or internet connection. So as we saw in the docking station, you can hook the docking station with internet connection either over Ethernet or a 4G module, and you can remotely access it. For some customers who are in the private areas where they want to use it on a private cloud or a private deployment, FlightNow Auto has enterprise offerings where it can be also deployed on private servers. So let's move forward and take a look at more details and what we have new. So again, a quick brief of how everything works. Where you have the docking station, you have the drone, you have the entire cloud systems where the docking station is connected, the internal components are connected to cloud, and FlightNow helps you manage that remotely. It also enables the precision landing. So be it any kind of drone, we can precisely land the drone on the docking station as well as connect the docking stations to the cloud for remote monitoring. In the next slide, we'll quickly see the entire open during the box platform that we are building. So this allows not just the players who are integrating it with certain use cases, but we understand as we closely work with a lot of drone solution providers, they want to extend the capability of the system. So they wish to build their own apps or integrate existing apps, which could be like alarm monitoring system for a security reason, or a computer aided dispatch system for public safety, or it could be an analysis system that you're using for oil and gas or asset inspection. So you can use existing tools and integrate that for analysis, for reporting, as well as you can integrate other third-party tools like UTM or ERP solutions with the platform. It allows you to have each and every module access through the APIs and SDK, and that is where you can extend the system and scale that system for a particular use case. In the next slide, we'll talk about the C4 system that we're completely building. So the initial system we commonly use as C2, where you have command and control, but now FlightNow builds the entire command, control, communicate, and compute, where it's no longer just about remote control or remote command of the systems, where you can, of course, plan missions, you can execute those missions, control the drone remotely, see live feed, but now you can engage with the entire team, where you can communicate with them, put map annotations that I noticed something like this, or I noticed a crack during an inspection, and all of that could be put on the map. Somebody sitting even far away can take a quick look at that, and the entire team can collaborate on those things. Of course, since we have access to the APIs, even the standard communication apps that you use can be connected through FlightNow, where you can build the integration or ask request for an add-on from us, where we can help you integrate your team chat communication. On the compute side, we'll talk more about it, where how you can leverage all the things at the edge and cloud in the coming slides. So let's take a deep dive. Let's pick up one by one. Let's talk about command. So we design the entire system where you can have a fleet of drones. Of course, FlightNow is drone agnostic. Best drones are to start with like Mavic 2, but if you have other drones which are DJI or non-DJI drones based on Autopilot, TX4, you can integrate it with FlightNow. And as Itai mentioned, the docking station that they've built is again drone agnostic. So we plan to support those drones in the coming time with the docking station. So you can manage your fleet of drone and docking station. You can plan waypoints, be it like path missions, grid missions, corridor missions. All of that is available where you can do all the pre-flight things. You can schedule missions on calendar for autonomous operations. So you have the entire view of the calendar where you can set the time, you can set it in the repeat mode, and those operations would happen at that particular time and day. Of course, there are so many things in command which you can learn more at docs.flightnow.com. That link should be available in the chat in some time. Let's move to the control. So we designed the entire system ground up so you can manage the drones remotely as well as control them. So the standard IoT protocols, Internet of Things protocols, are generally not designed for these kind of operations where you have a very real-time component. You can afford to have latency in other systems where you're just deploying sensor and getting the data. But when you're flying a drone, you cannot rely on the standard protocols that are generally used in the industry. So FlightNow designed the entire cloud system which can manage the drones at ultra low latency, where you could be sitting anywhere and you can control the drone in real time, as well as get the real time live video feed. Not only you can do through the on-screen buttons, but you can also hook up your keyboard joystick. So suppose you're flying it for security operations and you notice something and you want to quickly take a manual control, you can use the on-screen buttons or just use keyboard, mouse, or hook up a joystick, and you can control the drone and move around. Not just the drone, but the entire camera gimbal with it. On the other hand, you can also tell the drone to go to a particular location, where you can just tap on the map and you can send the drone to a particular location. Now, since we looked at the APIs, this could be also extended with the external triggers. So if you have alarm systems, perimeter alarm systems, CCTV cameras which can generate anything, motion detection sensors, or any external trigger that you have, you can hook that up with FlightNow through the APIs. And on that particular trigger, the drone would autonomously take off, as we saw in the videos, and go to that particular location and even perform an action over there. So if you want to go there and do a complete grid mission, or you want to scan that area, that can be done as well. You could also have more payloads, right? So some drone supports loudspeakers, spotlight, beacons. So you can actually send a command and broadcast an audio message, or you can trigger on a spotlight, which can help you light in the area where you're probably doing a search and rescue mission, or you're flying in a dark area where you can't see. So FlightNow offers multiple control functionalities which can help you control the drone, the docking station, as well as the camera gimbal. Let's move to the next part, where it becomes more and more interesting. As I told you earlier, where you can communicate with teams, so you can share the live video feed. So FlightNow provides you a very easy access to share video as well as the live location of the drone with even third-party members. So you could be doing an operations and you have a big team who is responding. It could be an accident where you want to send the drone. So you can hit the share button, share that particular link. It would be a secure access with a pin code, where you can put the complete code in that, and they can only access the live video feed. And this can be done with any number of players, where you could share it with a firefighting squad or ambulance or police, your teammates. They could be on the move. They can open that link on a mobile phone and they would be able to see the live video feed. This is so powerful that in some cases even this is being shared by the regulatory authorities, where they can track the live drones which are flying in that region, right? So even the nearest air traffic control, everybody can take a look, and that it's a secure access, and admin has the right to revoke that access or give that access based on their discretion. We spoke about annotating on the map, where you can just, while flying, you can put a message so that can be reviewed later and you can generate a report. Let's move to the next part, where we spoke about compute on initial slides. This is the part where we're building more and more compute engine, where first of all, on the edge side, you already know that we have a vision-based precision landing, which has multiple fail safes and have been designed in a way where the drone can come and precisely land. This kind of system also opens all the opportunities, where you could have a hub of docking stations and you can ask the drone to go and land on a particular docking station, or you could have a docking stations across a linear asset. It could be railway line or a pipeline or a power line, and this would allow the drone to take off from one station and land on other. Today, of course, most of the operations are happening with one docking station, but this kind of technology also helps us to build that complete architecture, where we can scale it to those kind of applications where you would like to operate these kind of things. Second is on the data side. So we spoke about the edge. Of course, the edge piece helps you with the precision landing, the automation of the entire compute of the docking station, getting the analytics from the station. You can also have an edge system which can do your AI analytics or processing, or you can leverage cloud compute for doing AI analysis. So these are some add-ons where we are building those add-ons in FlightNow, as well as we are opening up for third-party integrators. So there are so many partners right now who have their own AI engine, where they have developed that specific AI application particularly for their use case, where they already have huge data sets, those systems are trained. Our APIs, where we provide the live video or the stored images on a private server, you can easily fetch those images and run your AI algorithm and send that back to the flight now, or show it into your own dashboard, depending upon how you're deploying this solution. So this is where the entire open ecosystem comes into picture, where you can extend the capabilities, and FlightNow is there to support you with these add-ons, or you can get the APIs and extend the capabilities and build your own applications or integrations with FlightNow application. So let's go to the next slide. So this is something which extended, where we are planning to build in-house modules and give you something where you can start operating off the shelf. You can have API integration with your own IP. So you're probably developing your own IP with AI platform, and you have a very particular thing for, say, power line inspection, where you have designed entire system which can monitor or inspect the insulators on a power line. Now, if you already have that solution, or you're looking to build that entire product, it can be seamlessly integrated, so you do not have to reinvent the wheel of integrating everything with the docking station, taking care of the safety, mission planning, fail safes, precision landing. All of that is a solved problem for you, and you focus on your business problem that you're solving for the customers. So as we closely work with our drone solution provider, that's what benefits them, where they don't have to go and reinvent the wheel. They already get a very good experience and things ready at FlightNow, and it is continuously improving based on their feedback. Plus, they can build their own IP on the platform. On the other hand, if you already have experience with integrating third-party apps, you can use APIs to integrate third-party video and image analytics. Or you can come to us, and as an enterprise add-on, we can help you with that integration, where you already have a tool that you always use for detection, counting, etc., that can be seamlessly integrated with FlightNow. So that's a little bit more deep information on the AI integration piece, because as you're flying drones, you're collecting data, you want to automate even the analysis process. So FlightNow initially solves your data collection. It automates your data collection from drone to getting docking station to the cloud or on a private server. Plus, now AI modules helps you automate your decision making. And it is completely open, where you use built-in or build your own integrations or integrate a third-party app. Let's move to the next slide. So here's a quick video where Itai formed a mission with the stand product. So I'll again invite Itai, as he ran this mission, but this would give you the entire picture and a quick demo of the joint solution. Itai, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Achal. So here in that video, you can see a demonstration of the product working together with FlightNow. And you can see before the drone is sent on a mission, the lid will open up, the elevator will prepare the drone for flight. And then through the software, we can launch the drone and automate the whole process, which you can see now on the screen. The drone can take off. The drone has cleared the station will again close itself and wait for the drone to return from the mission. You can again receive the live feed directly through the FlightNow mission software, and control and monitor all aspects of the mission itself. It's very, very simple as well to set up the mission in terms of the waypoints, and it's very, very intuitive. And the software that FlightNow has developed one best in the world. So we're very happy to have our solutions working together in such a close relationship and collaboration. And as soon as again the drone is ready to fly back to the station, it can return and land itself accurately on the landing pad, and then again be stored away inside the station for the battery swap, which we'll see here in just a minute. And again, this whole process of landing to having the battery swapped. Oh, I think the video. Oh, are we still watching the video? Yeah, there we go. You can see in the bottom right-hand corner, that's the live feed through the FlightNow software of the internal operations of the station. And you can see our robotic device has locked on to the drone and found the drone after its return from the mission, and was able to swap out the battery, turn off the battery, swap out the battery, and put it down on the battery charger that we have in the back portion of the video that you see here. The product currently supports 4 spare batteries, so we can allow for the continued operation as necessary. So you see the battery was placed in the charger. The freshly charged battery was again picked up and put back into the drone, and powered on again to allow for the next mission.
Great, that was a great demonstration, and I really love the look of the product, the way it works and it functions. It's really advanced and really pleasing to the eyes. So thank you for that entire demo. And audience, if you have any questions right now, please feel free to put that in the Q&A section of the chat, and we'd be happy to answer them. So yeah, let's move back to Vaishali.
Hello, thank you again, Achal, for walking everyone through FlytNow and its features, and for Itai for showing us around through the demo video. So again, before we move on and address the elephant in the room, something that people have been waiting for, Itai, do you want to give another try and show people the system around?
Yes, I'd be happy to, and hopefully we won't get disconnected again. If we do, then I'd be happy to again do follow-up demonstrations with any relevant, interested customers, where we'll show all aspects of the product. But let me try again to
sorry, Itai, I think we've lost you again. I think our best way would be to capture a quick video after this launch event ends and share it with everyone who's interested. And again, Itai will always be available over a call to show you and walk you through the complete demonstration. So let me move on to the next section of the presentation. Yes, we can hear you, Itai. However, I think the video is not coming out well. So let us postpone that. We can, capture a video once again and share it with everyone who's joined us today. And again, like you said, you'll be available over call for anybody who would want to watch the demonstration of the system. So I'm moving forward. Itai, can you hear me? Are you there? And I think we've lost Itai. We'll once again ask him to reconnect. Meanwhile, why don't I take a few questions regarding the software, since Achal is already here. Achal, I think we have a question from Sam. Can any third-party software or GCS be also integrated with the system? I think you can take that question.
Sure. Thank you, Sam, for that question. You can integrate the third-party software, as I just mentioned in those diagrams, where if you already have a system and you're using that could be integrated with the APIs. So that is possible. Further question on this, where you want to have a specific software that you mind, feel free to ask that question, and I'd be happy to tell you how it could be integrated.
Thank you, Achal. I think Itai is also back. Itai, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you well. I think let's skip the live demo. We can capture a video and share it with the audience. And as you mentioned, you'll be available over call to give a demonstration. So let's move on to the pricing, or announcing the pricing of the system that I think most of the people in the audience are waiting.
Sure.
Let's do this. So over to you, Itai.
Yes, of course. Thank you. And again, apologies for the technical issues here. In terms of the price we discussed until now in this launch event, and what you will be receiving in the package is the Airscort FlytMini docking station, what you see here behind us. 1 year of Flight Now Auto Plus subscription included as well in the package and in the price. You will also be receiving the integrated HVAC system and backup battery as well. And additionally, 3 months of Airscort and Flight Now remote support included. So the price for the whole complete package is $2,208.99, and that's for everything discussed here. I will make one more point before we move forward as well, that the pricing that you see here in our model is set up for the drone service providers. We are looking to sell directly to the service providers and the integrators who will be able to package and resell the solution in their local regions.
Thank you again, Itai. That definitely looks like a great deal, especially for the military grade design and the features that the Airscort FlytMini consists of. However, as a customary of FlytLaunch, drone solution providers, usually we give them a special launch price and early bird discount. So do you have anything more attractive to offer for the drone solution providers that are here today?
Yes, of course we do. Great question. And for the early bird customers, we are looking to launch the whole package, what we discussed, at a discounted rate of $17,899. And that is for the first 10 units only. So we suggest that you register and make the down payment necessary to ensure your spot and to ensure this price for this package.
Thanks, Itai, for the great deal once again. This will definitely help drone solution providers to not only adopt or transition to autonomous operations, but also help them scale. So thank you once again. Could you please also explain the pricing strategy, since a few of our partners from the previous launches have launched the stations at lower price? I think it'll be a good idea to explain to the audience the reasoning behind the pricing of the system.
Yeah, of course. So when we set out our developments of the mini product, it was crucial for us to, on one hand, provide the most reliable and robust system with the highest grade of engineering and components that are integrated within the product, and to ensure all of what I just said. We really made a dedicated effort towards the R&D process to ensure the optimal condition and functionality of the system. On the other hand, we did want to have the price point at one that's very attractive and relevant for what we understood to be the need in the current market. Many of the additional solutions available are much more expensive, but the offering that we're providing here, both with the capabilities of battery swap, the robust and reliable design of the system, and the operations with the most widely used and well-known drones available on the market, brought us to the price point, which we feel is very relevant for the market and can provide a lot of benefit and advantages to deploying such technologies to the end users. Other alternative solutions are either much more expensive or are missing out on the reliability factor.
Thanks, Itai, for clarifying that. I'm sure that will clear the confusion, or if any such queries that people might have in their mind. So DSPs and drone solution providers can now place the order for the Airscort FlytMini with a down payment of $1,999 only. So let me quickly open the store page and walk everyone through to give them an idea on how to place the order. Just give me one quick moment. Yes. So as you can see, you can just go to the link or scan the QR code, which is going to come up shortly. We are putting the link on the chat as well. It's store.flightbase.com/product/Airscort FlytMini. The early bird discount that is available for DSPs right now is the product is going to be priced at 17,899. And it'll include what Itai mentioned, the Airscort FlytMini docking station, 1-year subscription or Auto Plus subscription of Flight Now. It'll also include the inbuilt HVAC and the battery backup and 3 months of Airscort and Flight Now support. So you can just simply go add the product to cart, go to the cart, and you just need to pay $1,999 US right now as down payment, and book or pre-book your station. Remember, this is only available for the first 10 units only. Beyond that, I think Itai will, once you've placed the order, Itai will communicate with you for the remaining payment before he delivers the station. So that's how you can go ahead and place the order. I will go back to the previous presentation and also show the QR code. So you can just go scan this QR code and place or book your Airscort FlytMini. So that's about it for today. I think we can now open the house for Q&A. So please type in any questions that you have on the product or on the software, and we will be happy to answer them. I already have a few questions that's come up on the chat and the Q&A window. So I think one question that a few of the DSPs have asked, that many of the DJI Mavic 2 series products have been discontinued. What are the alternatives to this? So Itai, would you like to answer that?
Yeah, of course. So as we mentioned earlier, the product has been built to integrate rapidly various drones. We're already in the process of integrating additional third-party drones. We're not at the stage yet where we're ready to unveil which models are going to be the next ones to be marketed together with the product. But we can dive into that again in further one-on-one conversations with interested customers. And again, we are actively seeking additional drone manufacturers and drone solutions to integrate. So we would also love to receive feedback from anyone interested in receiving or in integrating a different drone that's not currently operational with our product. And if feasible, we would love to make that happen. So again, please, if you have ideas, additional drones that would be beneficial as opposed to the current Mavic 2 that's operational with the product, let us know, and we'll make efforts on our end to enable that as well.
All right. A follow-up question to that is, do you have any plans to support Mavic 3?
Yes. So again, we're in the process of integrating the Mavic 3 as well. And for now, we haven't received much demand from the end users for that specific drone. We are hoping to receive that feedback as well to best understand which drones would be the ideal ones for integration. But the drones that we are currently integrating are also exciting opportunities that we'll be sharing with more details on in the near future.
All right. I'll take a few more questions. So what conditions do you perceive that one would experience operational difficulties? Does the connection between the drone and the station depend on the line of sight? What protocol do you use to communicate?
Excellent question. So that might be more a question for Achal to answer. So maybe Achal, I can turn that one over to you if you want.
Can you quickly repeat the question, Vaishali?
Yeah, sure. I think the question is around what would one do when they experience operational difficulties? Does the connection between the drone and the station depend on the line of sight? What protocol do we use to communicate?
Right, so it depends on the drone. In case there are smaller drones which cannot take a direct 4G or 5G connections, they are connected to the ground over their standard RF. So in case of DJI Mavic 2, you have a reliable OcuSync which is communicating. This is the same way you're handling your remote controller and the way you fly it. And then you have the connection from docking station to the cloud using the internet connection. So now it could be your Ethernet connection, so you can hook up a wire and provide the internet connection, or have 4G, 5G. In other cases, if you are looking to integrate bigger drones which have a onboard computer support, you can also give direct internet connection to the drone using an onboard computer and 4G, 5G. Now, in case something happens, one of the link fails, FlightNow has designed the entire recovery and fail-safe system which is entirely user configurable. So if your drone is in the mission and one of the link goes off, right, then it would trigger the return to docking station and come back and safely land in the docking station. Even in cases where docking station goes offline, where you're not able to access the docking station, and there is a fail safe which would fall over to a safe location. So it will allow the drone to go and land on the safe location, which is pre-configured inside the drone. So all these fail-safes are built in, whether it's a disconnection on the drone side, docking station side, or even your GCS. So if you lose connection or you lose power, maybe your internet on your GCS setting remotely, FlightNow system, cloud system would quickly identify that nobody is connected to the drone, and this could be pre-configured whether it would continue the mission or it would trigger the fail-safe after the timeout. So multiple things have been taken care of. I'll quickly drop the link where you can learn about fail-safes in FlightNow. I'll drop that in the chat box right here.
Okay. Sorry, Itai, could you repeat? Again, we are losing you. So maybe you can disconnect and join.
Yeah.
All right. I think, Achal, we have a follow-up question to this, which is how far does the controller have to be from the docking station? Is there any, would you like to answer that? Yeah.
Right. So generally, docking stations when which we are building have range extender, so you can easily get up to 1 to 2 mile of radius from the docking station. So if you're talking about something like a Mavic, which is connected to the docking station using RF, and that has to be in mostly line of sight. If you're flying in an area where you lose connection, you have to have an optimum antennas or place it on top of a higher surface so you can have that connection. But if in case you are in a region where you cannot have a direct line of sight with a docking station, you would need a drone which can have a direct 4G, 5G connectivity. So the one that we spoke about, where you can have 4G, 5G connections like our DJI M300 or a drone based on Autopilot TX4 that can be equipped. And together with Airscort, we've been working with that technology for really long, where we conducted a lot of demos and deployments back in the time with those bigger drones. So yeah, feel free to contact us if you have that specific use case, and Itai and team can help you with the right docking station for it, as well as we can help you with any software component that you need, and you can get the joint product from us.
Thanks, Achal. We have another question around precision landing. So I'll just take that. Does the drone home dock location before using ARUCO for landing, or does the drone home to the GPS coordinate from its takeoff point? And can you move the box after takeoff and still autonomously return to the box in the new location?
Okay, got it. So the drone uses the visual markers, which are ARUCO markers. Every marker has its unique tag. Now, drone comes back and lands on that ARUCO marker, detecting that. If you cannot access the ARUCO marker on the docking station, maybe for some reason where something happened to a station or something fell off while it was open, the drone would go back to a GPS location, a safe location which is marked. So the way it is designed is drone is relying on the GPS, but it has the vision assistance system which would allow you to land. Most of people have a debate that why can't we use the precision landing that comes pre-built in DJI. Now that is only designed for landing in areas which are really open, flat on the ground, where it would just quickly recognize things on the land and try to match that. But you would not get that accuracy that you need to precisely land on the docking station. So first of all, the centimeter level accuracy the precision landing provides. Secondly, as you would plan to deploy multiple docking stations around your site, or you could have a hub, these kind of ARUCO markers can help you identify the right landing site. And as I also explained, if you're looking to deploy it across a vertical asset like a highway or a railway line, ARUCO markers are really good where we can identify the docking station and land. So yeah, that is the whole explanation. But a short answer would be we rely on GPS as well as the vision-based system to precisely land. We combine both of them to precisely land.
So I'm back again if you can hear me. So if there are any
Yes.
more questions addressed to my end, please feel free.
Yeah, sorry, I was on mute. So, Itai, we have a question around the lead time of delivery. So maybe you could answer that. Yeah.
You're on mute.
Yes, so for the early birds and the first 10 units that we're looking to deploy, as soon as the initial down payment is locked in, we will immediately start the process of remote pilots and getting everything set up in anticipation for the deployment and the shipment of the product to your location. And that will be a process that involves a few different aspects that we'll have to work out together with the drone service provider. But the solutions can be expected to be shipped by the end of Q3. So by the end of Q3, the units will already be shipped out and ready to go for those first 10 early bird units.
Thanks, Itai. I think we have a question and people are asking for your contact details. So feel free to, I have Itai's, the website, I'll just drop them in the chat. So feel free to reach out to him via the website, or Itai, if you could maybe drop in your contact information or email ID over the chat window. So for people can avail that. We can also send that up after the email to all the registrants and attendees, the contact information.
Yes, no problem. So on the chat, I'm sending over some information right now. And as Baisali said, through our website, you will be able to send your questions, comments directly to us. And we will be updating our website very shortly to update all the information that we've reviewed today throughout the launch, as well as to provide the links to submit the down payment for the early bird offering.
Thanks. We have also, audience, we've also launched a quick poll to understand at what price point would you be comfortable to purchasing a battery swapping drone docking station, especially for the DJI Mavic 2 Enterprise series. So please feel free to drop in your your answers and submit your responses. So I think we've come to an end of this launch. Itai, would you like to share some closing thoughts before we close it and call it a day?
Yes, thank you, Betty, and thank you, Achal, for the opportunity to present together with you guys today and to unveil our new and exciting joint solution. We're very optimistic and excited to put this product in the hands of the initial users and are excited to start the process. So again, please feel free to reach out to us directly or through the FlytBase team for more information and to set up a remote demonstration for more one-on-one information and a walkthrough of the product. We'd be happy to facilitate that. And again, wish everyone the best of luck with their drone autonomy endeavors. And we'd be happy to be the company together with FlytBase to support the solutions for you. So thank you guys very, very much.
Great. On this point, Itai, I would like to also thank you to closely working with us. I think it has been a very long relationship working on so many projects together, and it's really great to launch the joint product, the Airscort FlytMini. And we look forward to working with more partners together where we can jointly help them with this solution and scale their drone autonomy operations with the solution that we have in place. And of course, we are always open for feedback from our partners to incorporate more drones, technology, software together. So thank you so much, Itai and team, for setting this up on your side and giving us all the material to do this launch. And yeah, we look forward to working with everybody who has joined us today, as well as people who will be watching the recorded stream.
Excellent. Thank you, guys.
Thank you everyone in the audience as well for spending time out of your busy schedule and joining us for this launch event. Have a great day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.